Hey, how's everybody doing tonight? Happy Thursday. It is a really warm one here today, probably the hottest day of the summer so far in Michigan. I didn't actually see the heat index today, but what I heard yesterday on the weather forecast, it was going to be over 100. And this is one of those days, like even early in the morning, you walk outside and boom, it just hits you like a wall. So yeah, hope you're all doing well. I was on vacation last week. I was hoping to go live and post some things about the Milwaukee snowblower. That's something that's been out for about a week now, and we're going to talk about it a little bit today. So yeah, if you're there, I'm looking forward to hearing from you guys in the comments. So normally I'm just going to warn you early on that I have typically a couple of monitors, and the one monitor over here, for some reason I can't get it to work. I think it's my USB adapter that's not recognizing the HDMI cord. So I'm trying to keep up with the comments if I can see it. I just have like a little square on my laptop screen. So I'll try to keep up with your comments. Jeremy, how you doing? I see that. Yeah, I'm doing well. Glad that you can make it tonight. So yeah, last week I was up north in northern Michigan, and there really isn't any great cell signal there. I was thinking I might try to use a hotspot on my phone to go live, but there's just no way that I could. So there's a couple days where it was a little more quiet, and I could have maybe just done something more casual, a short live stream, but I didn't get around to it. So let's see. Texas Vet, hey, good to hear from you. Heck yeah. Yeah, if you're in Texas, I've heard someone was asking about what to expect in August in Texas, and it's pretty much just unbearable if you're trying to pack clothes and what to wear. That's what I've heard. It's just pretty crazy. Mark Ostrowski, hey, how you doing? How you doing? Or yeah, he said hi. Hi, good to hear from you. And yeah, just excited tonight. I've had to put this together a little bit faster than I normally do. I've had a lot of things going on. One thing that happened in the middle of this, my son's tire had a flat tire last night, kind of late, and I went to go help him, and I just brought an air compressor thinking that that would inflate it enough to drive for 5 minutes on it, but it had a gash on the side, and the tire isn't even a year old, and it's kind of like a heavier tread tire for a SUV. So Mark, good to hear that things are going well for you. So yeah, I was dealing with that today, trying to figure out that tire situation. So I had to order one. It's not a real common one that a lot of people keep in stock. So that was just another thing I had going on. So I didn't really get a chance to go through my live stream too much. So just bear with me and we'll get started here. All right. So I have a short little video clip of some of the recent Milwaukee tool announcements. So the very first thing, this isn't the actual snowblower. I just had AI make a thumbnail for me. So I didn't post this to YouTube, but this is just a video that I made so I can play the unlisted link in this live stream that I'm doing right now. So yeah, Texas Vet says the less I can wear, the better. I hear you. Yeah, I enjoy like tank tops and shorts most of the summer. You know, I guess you might get used to a little bit more, but around here, 100 degrees is for the heat index is pretty unbearable for us, but I'm sure that's probably something you guys are more used to there. All right, so I'm going to go ahead and get started with this. Let's see, I think I have to hit. All right. So I'm just going to give you a little bit of information. So the snowblower that Milwaukee announced, you guys probably have seen it. So that's something that has been talked about for several years. And the very first time that I went to the Milwaukee Pipeline event, I think it was 2022. And Steve, the CEO, president of Milwaukee, I forget what his title, I think the CEO of Milwaukee at the time, now he's the CEO of TTI. He they asked him in the Q&A before we got started. Somehow the snowblower came up, and I just happened to get a little vertical video about it. So I'll just play a little thing they're just talking about. This is the first time they're kind of giving an update on the snowblower, and he didn't seem like that was like something that they were like was like their main focus. So I'll just play it. I'm trying to explain it, but I'll just play it. Let me know if you can hear it. Last week, while I was at the Milwaukee Tool Pipeline event, I was able to get you the inside scoop on the Milwaukee snowblower. Let's listen in.
And I found out they were working on this pet project, and I went ballistic. And that was a snowblower. And we will be, you know, in the not too distant future, the OPE team will be introducing a snowblower. So there's a lot of categories like that where there's no question that you know, we're going to break through. Yeah, Gray's going to love that.
What year was that, Steve?
I'm kidding. Was that 10 years ago or more?
Well, I mean, what year is it launching? To put more
Oh,
pressure
what
on
year is
Rick.
it launching? Next year, 2023. Rick will love that.
All right, so here's a look at the snowblower. It is a single stage. I'm just going to hit pause a minute. So what I'm thinking, I haven't really heard any feedback from this from like anybody from Milwaukee. I'm thinking that this is going to be for the contractor that is going out and they have a plow on their truck, and maybe they might have a crew, or it could be like a one person company. And this looks like something that's made well for like going in the back of a pickup truck. A lot of times I've seen some companies, they'll have, let's say like a Honda gas one that's in the back. One person, if they have they're pretty strong and have a decent back, they can lift it out, set it on the ground, and when they're done, put it back in. So this is something that looks like it's more lightweight and portable, yet powerful. So yeah, it is a single stage. And I don't know if you guys have ever run single stage snowblowers. This one's not self-propelled. So that was something that some people would have liked to have seen. It's not two stage, but it looks like something to like quick get in there, something that's much faster than shoveling and can throw the snow a decent distance and doesn't have too many bells and whistles on it. It's just there to get the job done. For like a homeowner, they probably want a two stage and maybe like a self-propelled one. Those are some of the ones that I've reviewed before. I haven't reviewed one similar to this, but I'm hoping to get this on my channel. We get a decent amount of snow here in Michigan, so I think it would do well on my channel for you guys to see how it works. Tim says, good evening, Mark from Henderson, Kentucky. Hey, thank you for tuning in. I was just talking to a friend of mine. His parents live, it's either Lake Cumberland or Cumberland Lake. I was watching a video of somebody boating on it today, just looking. I love boating and fishing and all that, so it looks like a great place. So yeah, we'll be going to Louisville, Kentucky in October. Jeremy says, is Milwaukee going to introduce a two-stage snowblower? I'm guessing that this is going to be it. Unless they get a real big demand for it. Typically like a Gen 2 version doesn't come out until, you know, like a couple of years after. But I think it's interesting that they introduced this before the pipeline event. It seems like something they would have waited till next month to unveil this. So you never know. I mean, I'm surprised sometimes that what they have at the pipeline event, it's pretty hard to predict at times. The one thing that everyone kind of knew about in advance was the track saw a couple years ago. That was a big thing. It would be interesting there, or sometimes at the Equip Expo, they'll release some new things. So maybe they have something that's new in the works in the two-stage version. That would be pretty cool. I think they could do it, make a really nice one. So we'll see what happens. Tim says, I was just outside mowing my ditch with a 3-year-old 40-volt Ryobi. Oh, with a 3-year-old 40-volt Ryobi push mower. I reviewed one a little while ago, and let's see, yeah, last fall. And I have another one with some new footage from this year. So I'm going to be showing that new version of the Ryobi one. It really works nice. I think I'm not sure how it compares to the 3-year-old one, but this one, every time I use it, I think, boy, they really put their thought into it. And it's priced, I don't have any of the stats and price, the current price, but it's very competitive. I think it's going to be a mower that a lot of people, if they ever test one out, they're going to really like it quite a bit. Oh yeah. Tim saying on the other side of the state. Yeah, I think it's the far west side. So yeah, I haven't been there, but I've seen pictures of my friend's parents' house. So yeah, they moved from Michigan there. It looks like a nice place. All right, so let's get into the snowblower a little bit more. So you can just kind of see it in action. So yeah, there's some of the controls right there. The lights are on it, the power, and then it's like manual for turning the chute. And we're going to get to the stats here in just a second. So it comes in a kit with 2 batteries, the Forge batteries. So you can store it in the vertical position. All right, so let's just take a quick look at this. So a 21-inch auger, not propelled, just propelled dual battery, single stage snowblower kit. MSRP $14.99. So this, let's see, the auger propelled dual battery single stage. So if you've ever used this snowblower like this, just that paddle moving helps to propel you forward. So that's it's not completely self-propelled, but it really does help pull it along. So 6 inches of average density snow for up to 11 car spaces, reduced maintenance, quieter operation. Those are just some of the features of it. All right, so it's going to come with 2 of the M18. Oh, let me back up real quick. The Forge 12 amp hour batteries. So with them in there, 90 pounds. So if you grab it in the front and the back, it's something that probably a lot of people that are, if you're used to shoveling snow, you probably have a strong enough back to lift this. So it has, if you take the batteries out, 83 pounds, it makes a difference. Peak horsepower 7.5, clearing width 21 inches, front throw distance 35 feet, side throw 30 feet, a rubber auger, headlights 92 decibels. All right, I'm just going to make sure I'm not missing out on any of the comments. Sometimes they get buried in there. They're hard for me to see. All right, let's see what else we have going on. Let's see, I'm just going to mute. Oh, shoot. I do this once in a while. I got to go back. That was an old version right there. Sorry about that. It gets a little bit. All right, we got to catch up. Yeah, if you click on one thing, it just completely sends you somewhere that you want to go. All right, so just take a look, a little bit more of the snowblower.
We had 8 inches worth of heavy wet snow mixed in with sleet and rain, and it's impressive that it just eats it up and it throws it and it doesn't get clogged.
Got a couple inches of wet, heavy snow, and I didn't expect the snowblower to clear as good as it did. And the snowblower definitely maintained its power. I was impressed.
You got to worry about it bogging down. You ain't got to worry about running out of gas. You do got to worry about the batteries, but way easier to slap the battery in and gas it up.
And sometimes when it's too cold, the gas blower doesn't want to start. So it's very convenient to just push over and pull the strings and keep moving.
And it's quieter. There's a lot of people that want to get out and start their properties early, around 3, 4 o'clock in the morning. And you've got people that aren't waking up until, 8 or 9 o'clock in the morning. And you've got to worry about those complaints all the time. You're not going to have that with that snowblower.
All right. So Jeremy's asking, when is it going to be released? So, this is the next one, August 2025. I thought it was like August or September. I don't have that. I was trying to keep some notes here too on some of the things. And I don't recall if that was listed on that slide that I had, but I know it's like very soon. So plenty of time. We usually don't get snow here in Michigan until probably like mid-November. We always seem to get hit with like one heavy snow early on, like right when the people that do snow removal, right when their contracts start. I think they used to start around the 20th, and then it seemed like the last probably 7 or 8 years, there are some dates where we get some snow before November 20th. And so what I've noticed with some snow companies, that they're moving it a little bit closer or earlier into November when their contract starts, when they're liable for snow. So, all right. So this is Let's see. Oh, Tim said, I picked up the Ryobi Auto Creeper this past week. How's that working for you? I have one that's in the box still. I have and my son that had the flat tire on his vehicle. It's a Chevy Trailblazer. I don't know if they call it a hoist or whatever it is that lowers the tire down. I bought a new one. The other one just like rusted out. When we bought the vehicle from somebody else, they had that new part in the box, but they never got around to putting it on. So I had the spare tire, but I'm going to get underneath and work on that. And I think that trolley is going to really come in, or the creeper, I should say, should really come in handy for doing that. So yeah, I'd like to hear your thoughts, Tim. How's it working for you? I like that it converts to a seat. So yeah, you'll see that on my channel pretty soon. But just looking forward to hearing a little bit of information before I open the box and get started, just letting you know what other people think. All right, so this I'm really excited about. This is the M12 Rover multi-directional floodlight with Packout. I have some other lights like this. Oh yeah, let me show you. This one right here I keep on my toolbox. So this is a M12 Rover, and yeah, it has for some reason that's not. Okay. Anyways, I guess it has a regular USB-A. For some reason that's not opening right there. But anyways, this one has a USB-C, so this is just an updated version. I slip this. I have a lot of stuff right around me here. All right, let's take a look and see what is going on with this right here. So you can see they have it right there hanging from a gas line. And right there, they have it screwed onto a Packout, the top, so they can easily haul it in, keep it handy. There's a magnet right there on the side of a water heater, and you can see that light pivots around. This is why it has a USB-C, so it's always nice to have something for charging your phone. There, it's hanging from a light. Here, it's on the Packout. Just a close-up look from what I showed you before. Another look at it. So yeah, I'm very excited about this. This one, $99, multi-directional, 1200 lumens of true view, high definition output. So one thing when I buy flashlights, I'll look at the brightness of it. And I bought some Coast brand before, and they seem like they have like a bluish tint to it. And I really didn't care for that so much, especially like the headlamp ones, like when I'm going into attics and stuff where there's no lights, or sometimes in basements working. So I like this true view. That's always a big deal to me. 360-degree rotation, 180-degree vertical and horizontal mobility, 4 hours on high output runtime, integrated magnet, hang hook, Packout compatibility, and like I mentioned, it has a USB-C output. All right, this is something that's going to be out of like the category that I know anything about. So I'm just going to show you. This was just announced this week. So if anybody here is into electrofusion with gas lines, let me know what you think about this. But I'm guessing that most people that are Milwaukee tool users, it's probably just a really small niche of people that use something like this. But nevertheless, this is something that I know a lot of people will be excited that are in that space. Before I play this, I'm going to just catch up on the comments. So Jeremy says, any outdoor power equipment tool news recently besides the Milwaukee snowblower? I really didn't get a chance to go through too much else, like with some of the other companies. So all I have today will be the Milwaukee tools. I know Ryobi was going to be a little quiet for a little while. From what I remember, I don't recall seeing in the last 2 weeks a tool announcement for them, but I'll have to, like next time they do, I'll definitely include it in my live stream. Tim says, I picked 2 Ponywork tables at Costco, marked down to 90. They're very good. Your audio is not working. Huh. Yeah, it shows according to this, my audio is working. Unless it was my video that wasn't working. Oh, All right. Texas Vet says it's intermittent cables. Everything seems to be working there. I'm going to... All right. If I'm talking right now, can you guys let me know if that is working or not? I might have to move my mic over here. I think it's been a little sensitive. So let me try doing this. Does that seem to help? Because I think when I'm talking away from the mic. So let me know what you think. I'll wait before moving forward until I hear somebody say that moving the mic right here makes a difference. I'm hoping that it does. If not, we'll probably just have to catch up next time. So, yeah, can you guys hear me? And I think there's about a 20-second delay. Jeremy, are you listening? Can you hear me okay? I think this happened the last time, and it seemed like it was because the mic was over there. So I'll probably have to, if it is because the mic was over there, I'm going to have to move my mic on the other side. So when I turn my head that way, I'm talking into it, not away from it. Okay, Jeremy says I hear you fine. All right, cool. All right, so let's keep moving forward. I'll just make a note for next time. So yeah, thank you guys for letting me know that. So this is, I'm just going to go ahead and play it and just read what this involves right here. So the price of this is $74.99. And I'll hit play and you can see what it's all about. So this is something you're going to bring to the job site. So you're not going to need a generator or the extension cords. This is kind of one-stop shopping. You bring it right there with you and you can do your electrofusion process. It's a cordless solution designed for gas utility. Has a wireless barcode scanner and it runs on the MX Fuel battery. You can see that one right there, the 80 Forge. So this is something all right, I guess that is it. Something that I found just kind of interesting. If they're getting into like this electrofusion, I would be curious to see if they're going to get into welding. I know some other people have asked them if they're ever potentially going to come out with some welders, because you can do it with the battery power alone, doing probably like some lighter arc welding. So different people somebody I was talking to, I'm trying to recall that conversation, but from what he was telling me and his experience around welding, it really wouldn't take that much for them to start getting into something like this. So I would really like that. I do a little bit of welding and would like to kind of self-taught and worked around a few other people that showed me a few things, but I would like, there's actually he went out on his own. He didn't really retire from school, but he's a younger guy and opened up his own business, was the school shop teacher, and he teaches welding once in a while. So he does like a weekend course. I was thinking about taking something like that. I think that would be really cool to learn a little bit more like arc welding, not arc, but MIG and TIG. I did go to an event at Workbench Con in Atlanta, the very first one they had in Lincoln. Welder, the company, was there, and they had some of their teachers there with their new equipment. So they have some where that just dials it in. It's kind of automatic. I think you put it's digital. You put the thickness of what you're welding, all the stats, and then it just knows like how to dial it in, like what type of, I don't know everything about it, but just kind of takes the guesswork out for you. So that's what I like. And that's why I'd like to find a welder or something like that and try to get into a few of those projects. There is a few other things. I'm just going to see if I can, let me go back over here. Just a few more things from Milwaukee. Tim says the tables come with clamps and adjust to different heights. So I'm going to go back to your comment. The Pony. Yeah, Pony work at Costco. Yeah, we go to, my wife and I, or family, other people, family members, we're probably in Costco about every 10 days at least. So I will look in my local store and see if I can see them. They sound interesting. Yeah, it seems like I can never have enough work tables or workspace. Looks like a nice solution for that price. TextVet says, well, I guess my YouTube app was messing up. You're good now. Thanks, Jeremy, for letting me know your side was good. I really think that it's my microphone. When I have it over here and I'm talking that way, I think it's just very sensitive. It's made to be like direct right into it. It doesn't pick up that, what's it called? Omni? There's a term for that sound where it goes like 360. Tim says, yeah, I'm pretty sure it's on me, but hopefully in the last 5 minutes, it's been clear the whole time. All right. So I'm going to try to go over here. This is something that I was hoping to have And I'm going to pull this up. This is something. All right. Just some other things that Milwaukee has come up with. So I get the tool announcements early and then they put it on their website. So this is something that they, all right, I'm getting away from the mic again. So they have, it's a solid, I think they could just call it solid AUG wire stripper. So they have different size gauge. So 8, 10, 12, 14, 16. So you can buy these individually, $24.97. And you can also get a kit with those 4 that I mentioned for $74.97. So I've never used one where you strip it like this, the wire. I do a little bit of electrical here and there, but not like continual like an electrician does. So this, you can just see it sets the strip length that you need. I think that's really cool. That's what looks like that goes on your impact wrench. Has quick removal. You can see that little razor there. It just spins around and strips it. I really like to test something out. It looks like it's very nice and clean. So then you'll get, yeah, something just like that, precise stripping. So that's something I'm definitely going to, when they come out, I'm going to get one and at least make a short video on it so you can see how they work. Jeremy says he has a pony work table too. All right. And then a couple other things from Milwaukee. We're just starting to wrap up here pretty soon. So this I can make an entire video about right here, or entire live stream. So this is the Packout rack. So at the Milwaukee Pipeline event last summer, they had this in a work van or a work trailer. And this is something that's really nice for all your Packout. So you, if you look, let me get my, so you can see all these like drawers right there. They slide out. That's an option you can get. And you can configure your van or trailer or even a wall, like a garage or shop wall. So this would be really cool. They would slide out these cabinets. So if you go on the Milwaukee website, you'll see, I'd recommend that you just go here, check it out. Yeah, you get 2 drawers with that and a wall tether kit. Cause yeah, I've worked out a enclosed cargo trailer, and if things aren't tied down, they are going to roll around. I can I can tell you from firsthand experience. So here's like one of their racks right here. And then there was a picture of where you can go. Let's see. Yeah, I thought this was kind of interesting right here. Vans. I don't know if those are called Connex or Connex boxes, shop walls, enclosed trailers. And it shows where you can go online and you can configure. For some reason I'm not seeing that right offhand. Yeah. So if you go on here, there's some place, yeah, you can build your own system. So I think you click on that build your own system tab. I'm guessing. I haven't really had a chance to look at this too much. Yeah, so it looks like that is the main. Yeah, just making sure I didn't leave anything out. So let me go, let's see. All right, so this is the other bit of news. This was me last year at the Milwaukee Pipeline event 2024. I was testing out the roofing and siding nailer. So I have this, and I have a project I'm going to be working on it. It's just kind of a matter of time for me to get to, just having the time to get up there. I have a roof, not here, but it's on a garage that is patched. It's keeping the water out, but I'm going to replace it and put some new shingles down where a tree fell through part of the roof, some limbs. And I'm going to show how this works. And then I also have some siding to replace on it. So I will definitely be testing this out. All right. Looks like that is where everybody's kind of ending the comments right now. So I appreciate everyone for tuning in tonight. It's good to hear from you guys. And I'm not sure what I'm going to be traveling a little bit next month, so I'll have to see what it looks like for me going live, if it's going to be in 2 weeks or not. So hopefully I'll be a little more prepared next time. I need to figure out what's going on with my computer system, so I'll be able to navigate a little bit more easy. So anyways, I hope you guys all have a good night. I hope you stay cool and have a productive rest of your week. And oh, hang on just a second. One more comment from Jeremy. He says, when's the next live stream? Yeah, that's a good question. I need to see like if I can do it in a couple weeks. It seems like every 3 weeks is how sometimes they pan out. But I'll just have to see. Oh, yeah. So I'm just going to mention here at that Milwaukee pipeline. So I do plan on going live there, at least for a short time. And I'll have several videos from there. And then if you guys are, if you're getting my notifications when I post a new video, I have one that's probably going to go out either tomorrow, like late afternoon, or it's going to be like Saturday, probably like around noon. So take a look at that. I've been working on that this week. It's a Milwaukee tool video. Then I have several other tool reviews that I'm going to have, like from Bosch and Ryobi, another one from Rigid. So let's see, I do have a DeWalt one that I need to work on as well too. So anyways, you're going to be seeing quite a bit more from me here pretty soon. I know things have been a little bit quiet, but it's been a busy summer. And I'm sure you guys are busy as well too, but I am really looking forward to getting some more tool reviews out and just testing some of these things, like that roofing nail that I've had for quite a long time. Can't wait to get up on that roof and start testing it out. So anyways, hope you guys all have a great rest of your day, and we'll talk to you soon. Have a good night.